Hello, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. I hope you're well. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Jen with Timeline Tarot, and this is what you don't see coming for the week of March 29th, 2026. It is a collective general reading. So as the messages come through today, take what fits and leave what doesn't, because if it's not your message, it simply means it is meant for someone else. And always be sure to check out your other placements. If you're not sure what they are, in the description box is a link where you can obtain your free birth chart. With all of that said, let's begin. Tapping into the Sagittarius collective now, Sun, Moon, Rising, as well as Venus placements. What does Sagittarius not see coming for the week of March 29th, 2026? What do they not see coming? Let's get one more shuffle here for you. Thank you. What do you not see coming? Unfazed. And at the bottom of the deck, you have wolf in sheep's clothing. Did you hear that sigh? Tell me more why unfazed is something that the Sagittarius collective does not see coming for the week of March 29th. One more shuffle here. Thank you. In your energy for the week ahead, we have the Nine of Cups, we have the Star, we have the Six of Cups, and we have the Nine of Pentacles. The situation, environment, or connection you're dealing with. Justice, Five of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. That leaves a Queen of Swords, Two of Swords, Queen of Cups here at the bottom of the deck. Your overall energy looks good. Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. Whether you're single or partnered, the week ahead seems to be for you investing in your emotional contentment, possibly even working on some type of wish, dream, or goal here that you have, and an interaction with at least one soulmate. So let's begin to clarify this further. Why is the Nine of Cups in Sagittarius's energy for the week ahead? Why is the Nine of Cups here? One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Four of Cups, we have Temperance, and we have the Sun. I want to make sure we don't have a flipper there. Okay, yeah, that's what I was feeling. Four of Cups. I think that for quite some time you maybe were dissatisfied, I want to say, or unhappy with a particular aspect of your life. And it looks like in the week ahead, you're trying to turn that around for yourself, focusing on self-love, self-contentment, and possibly working on some kind of project here. Tell me about the Star. Why is the Star here? Why is the Star here? I mean, the Star to Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. And I feel like this is something you're actively working on. One more shuffle here. Thank you. We got a lot of fire there between your card of Temperance and the Sun card of Leo. We have the Nine of Wands. We have Judgment. And we have the Ten of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Moon card. One, I think you're healing from a disappointing situation, environment, or connection. However long ago it ended for you, or however long ago you experienced it. I do think you're still healing, but there seems to be a judgment call here on your part this week, Sagittarius, of like, I have to turn this around for myself. I don't want to be in blank anymore. That could be, I don't want to, have financial issues anymore, and I want to start working on something for long-term financial stability. For others of you, it's just happiness. Like, I just don't want to be unhappy anymore. I want to start focusing on projects around the house, or things I can do or learn or watch or view that will add a sense of joy or contentment to my life. So I see you healing in the week ahead, almost becoming unfazed by what someone has done to you. Again, however long ago that has occurred. So it's kind of like, I don't even want to think about it anymore. I want to focus on myself and my happiness. Six of Cups, tell me about this soulmate connection here in Sagittarius's energy this week. Tell me about these Six of Cups. One more shuffle here. Thank you. The Six of Cups is clarified by the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. Bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. So it looks like there's communication here coming in from an individual. Let me get a little bit more on this for you. Clarify that Nine of Pentacles. Clarify the Nine of Pentacles. One more shuffle. Thank you. Nine of Pentacles is clarified by Five of Swords, Queen of Swords, and the Hanged Man. Bottom of the deck, Ace of Wands. I almost get the feeling that you're having you're receiving communication here from an individual that has, I don't know, I feel like they need to clear some things up with you. They've been thinking about this for a while. They've been undecided. They haven't known how to approach you with this or ask you for this. 555 is on the table. I feel like this person is going through some sort of significant change. Could be financial. Tell me more about this King of Pentacles, because I have a feeling this is the person who's coming up here as the wolf in sheep's clothing. Tell me more about the King of Pentacles. One more shuffle here. Thank you. King of Pentacles is clarified by the Four of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Three of Swords. Bottom of the deck, the Celestial Weaver. I feel like this person is having a difficult time this week. I don't know if they're arguing with you or with another individual. They seem to be having an emotional, possibly even a financial setback. And I feel like they're turning to you. They're turning to you for comfort, or they're turning to you for financial support or for clarity. I feel like this person has been wanting to come towards you for quite some time to discuss something with you. I don't know. I feel like they're maybe looking for, I feel like they're looking for you to ease some kind of burden for them. What is this person dealing with here? I mean, Justice, Five of Wands, King of Pentacles. They could be having issues at work, issues with the legal system, involved in a court situation. Could very well be receiving karma. Maybe receiving karma. They might not classify it as that, but tell me more about this person's energy this week. One more shuffle. Thank you. This person's energy. Page of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the Eight of Swords. Bottom of the deck, Page of Cups. This could be for some of you, just take, obviously it's a collective reading. Take it how it resonates. For some of you, you have a child or children with this person, and they're having an issue outside of their connection. Like, in other words, this would be like an ex. Maybe you were married, King to the Queen of Pentacles. Now you're divorced. You have a child or children with this person. They're having some type of financial issue or some type of difficulty, maybe in another connection in their life. It looks like they're reaching out to you here. I think they're looking for you to soothe them or to make them feel better, or like, let's say you're the mom and they're the dad and they, I don't know, can't make child support this week. It's like they're looking for leniency or leeway with you for assistance. Like, can you help me out with this? For others of you, this is someone that you are in some type of separation with all of these fives on the table. So it could be like a friend or a family member that you don't speak to very often, or you haven't spoken to in a while. And again, they're either having an issue with another connection in their life or possibly a financial issue. And they're, again, I feel like they're turning to you for relief, comfort, support, advice. Yeah, this person's really going through it. You seem to be unfazed. I don't mean to laugh at the cross watcher. You're unhealed. You're focused on yourself. You could be doing something around the house and home. I don't know why I keep getting that. I don't have any cards indicating that, so that's just something intuitive that I'm picking up. It's like I'm going to focus on house and home. Maybe you're spring cleaning or autumn cleaning, depending on where you live in the world. There's just something here of I'm engaging with myself or with other people who make me happy. And then here comes this person. Why is this a wolf in sheep's clothing? Why is this a wolf in sheep's clothing? And then we'll see what, if we can, yeah, they could be coming to you. All right, let me, hold on. Why is this a wolf in sheep's clothing? I just got another message. One more shuffle. Thank you. Why are they a wolf in sheep's clothing? King of Swords, Ten of Cups, and the High Priestess. Well, that looks fairly innocent to me. A wolf in sheep's clothing. So, and what makes that a wolf in sheep's clothing? Because I feel like, I have a King of Swords. Okay, it's a lot of people on the table. Okay, I have a King of Pentacles and a Queen of Pentacles. I have a King of Swords. I then have a King of Wands to a Queen of Wands fell out of the deck. I almost feel like this person is coming to you for help, assistance, relief, maybe even because I also have that king to the queen of swords. There's a lot of people on the table, okay? So there's a couple of storylines that are playing out this week. Bottom of the deck, the death card. This person is having difficulty. So let's start it off with that to clean up the message for you. This person's having difficulty in their life. I don't think it has anything to do with you, to be quite honest. They're just going through something. If it's financial related and you have children involved, they're looking for relief or understanding from you. Like, again, they can't pay alimony, or they can't pay child support, or they can't take the kids this weekend, or something like that. They're looking for leeway or leniency from you, or some type of understanding. For others of you, this is someone that you don't speak to regularly and they need help. Like they're having an ending, like their relationship is falling apart. They're having maybe financial issues. They're coming to you for comfort and support. And then I have a different group of you. I have a different group of you where this is an ex. I don't know if they left you for this person or they stepped out of the connection to be with this other person, but they're coming in very sweetly now, wanting reconciliation and family and unity or something like that, happiness. What they're not telling you is the other connection that they had fell apart. That person left them. That person left them. They have conflict with this person. The king to the queen of swords has had conflict here. There's been an ending. All the fives are now on the table. 5, 5, 5, 5, plus the death card. So for some of you, this is an ex, whether they had a new connection after you or they stepped out on their connection with you to be with this other person. It looks like that other connection has halted or come to an end, and now they're returning to you. Now they want a relationship with you. That's what makes them a wolf in sheep's clothing. Wow. Okay. I see you being unfazed. Anything else here about Sagittarius for the week ahead? Anything else they need to know that they're working on? One more shuffle. Thank you. 7 of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Swords. Yeah, I kind of feel like you're doing your own thing. Again, you're investing your time in something. House and home, your work, learning something new, spending time with your kids. I just feel like you're doing a lot of things to like comfort yourself, nurture yourself. And it's sort of when you're not expecting it, this communication comes through with the 8 of Wands. And you seem to be a bit confused. Like, why are they reaching out to me? Like, I haven't spoken to this friend or family member in a while. Suddenly they're having a problem with their spouse or their romantic partner or at work, or I don't know, they owe a lot of money to the IRS. Like, suddenly they need my advice or they want my input or they need a shoulder to lean on. So you seemed a little confused. It kind of stops you in your tracks with whatever it is that you're doing. If it's an ex, you're wondering why they're being so nice to you all of a sudden. It's because they need help. Again, they need leniency, or they need you to like give them a break on something. And for some of you, this person is suddenly loving up on you. I have no other way on how to say it, because a connection that they had outside of their connection with you has fallen apart. Bottom of the deck, 9 of Swords. I'm going to get you advice for all those different scenarios. Okay. For my Sagittarians this week, and you seem to be unfazed. Like, I hate to be like that for the cross watcher, but we are clarifying the card unfazed for your energy. So although you're confused, why are you contacting me? Or why are you contacting me now? Or why are you telling me this? Or why are you suddenly being nice to me? You also seem to be in this feeling like, why are you bothering me? That seems to be like, why are you like, why is this my problem? So I'm going to get you 3 cards of advice, because it looks like you're doing your own thing this week and you're working on something this week. So tell me more about this here, please, for Sagittarius. What it is that they're working on this week. What do they need to know? Any advice for them? One more shuffle. Thank you. Queen of Pentacles. So again, house, home, nurturing. 6 of Pentacles and the World card. Bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. I like this for you. I feel like you have learned a very valuable lesson, whether it was at the hands of this person or someone else. And I feel like that lesson was you need to put yourself first. So I think this week that's what you're doing. I think you're being very practical. You're focusing on house, home, yourself, nurturing the people, pets, plants in your life that means something to you. I do think you're being generous with your time and your pentacle resources. I also think you're reserving some for yourself and taking care of yourself this week. And if you are working on a project, it looks like you could be completing that. Now, that could be something at work, or maybe some new course that you're taking. For others of you, maybe you're trying to learn a skill, or you're just reorganizing your pantry. But whatever it is that you're working on or have been working on, it looks like there's a completion to that. So congratulations for those of you where you have been working on something. It looks like you are mastering it or concluding it or finalizing it this week, and possibly even like now ready to take it to the next level. Like, I've organized the pantry, now I can move on to another section of the house, for example. 3 cards of advice for those of you where this is a platonic connection and they're seeking advice or support from you. Platonic connection, advice or support. One more shuffle. Thank you. We have the Hanged Man, we have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Three of Swords. I knew it. That's the feeling I was having. This person is going through it and they're looking for you, or they're looking to you, I should say, for either financial support or an idea, or to ground them, to make them feel better. This is saying pause. Just pause. Just think about it. Why is this person contacting you now? Are they being nice to you because they need money? Again, we're looking at friends, family members, acquaintances in this type of situation. Just pause. By helping them, are you taking on their grief? Are you not allowing them to handle their grief on their own? Like maybe this is something they need to process or they need to manage on their own. By helping them, are you taking away their ability to learn a valuable lesson? So sometimes we can help by giving advice, but if we actually do it for the person, they're just going to repeat the same mistake because they actually didn't learn from it. So just be mindful of that. For those of you where this is an ex and they've had an issue in another connection, 3 cards of advice. If this is an ex and they've had an issue in another connection or financial issues. One more shuffle. Thank you. 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the 4 of Swords. If this is an ex and they're reaching out to you, I'm going to be honest with you. Part of you may be a little like, well, you got yours. I gotta be honest with you. Part of you might want to take the high road, but part of you may take the low road. It depends how you're gonna swing that Ace of Wands that you're holding there in the 6 of Wands, because that is Leo energy. It's the second decan of Leo. Low vibrational Leo could feel a little high on your horse, a little like, well, I guess karma got you. So it just balance that out. If you want to be compassionate toward this person or understanding, particularly those of you where maybe you have children with them, that's different. I think you can be, you can voice some type of concern or compassion. The Queen of Cups is the 3rd decan of Gemini, the 2nd decan of Cancer. So you can communicate like, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm sorry you lost your job, or something. Oh, I'm sorry it didn't work out with that person. But there's something here about just keep it balanced, because particularly if this is an ex and they like left you for this person or something like that, or maybe the relationship, the separation didn't go that well. I mean, for all I know, they caused that 10 of Swords for you once upon a time. Just try not to get too much up on that high horse and be like, well, I fucking told you so. Okay, so just be mindful of that. That's just advice. Page of Cups. Maybe you could just, if you want, it's just advice. You can be compassionate, but be balanced with it. And also don't let them take advantage of you either. And the 2 of Pentacles could also talk about like time management. Like, okay, you give them 5 or 10 minutes on the phone to consult them or console them, but you don't need to spend all day on the phone with them. Like, their problem should not become your problem. And for those of you where this is someone that you are in a relationship with, there's been a third party, that other connection has ended, and this person is being nicer to you this week. For my Sagittarians, in a third party, and that other connection has ended for their person. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if that other connection has ended, because we saw the Death card, which means it's transforming, and your person is in the 3 of Swords, but I don't see the World card. I just see them arguing and bickering. So just be mindful of that. That other connection may not have finally ended. They could just be leaning on you for support or something like that, because they're not getting it from the other person. You know what I mean? You ever have people like that? I had a friend like that. I always knew when there was like 4 of us in a friend group, and I always knew when she was at odds with the other 2, because suddenly I became her best friend. And it would last for a couple of days, and then she would kind of like ghost me or detach from me. And then I would see her around town like buddying up with one of the other friends. Suddenly they were friends again at the coffee shop. So just be careful of like energy vampires like that. They're nice to you. Don't automatically assume it's reconciliation, because I don't see an ending between them and that other person. I just see arguing and bickering and them feeling heartbroken and them needing some type of energetic source or supply, and they're coming to you for that. 3 cards of advice for my Sagittarians in that group. One more shuffle. Thank you. The letters P-O-D. P-O-D? Pod? Maybe you have a pod. Maybe some of you are like getting ready to move. You're getting like a storage pod or something. I don't know. P-O-D. Okay. Paid on delivery. I don't know what that means. Okay. For those of you in a third party situation. 9 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, and the 8 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Wands. Keep your boundaries up. Again, you're not really quite sure. We're not quite sure at this point in time what's happening with that other connection. So whatever it is that you've been working on, remember here you showed up as the 9 of Pentacles as well. So you're focused on house, home, yourself, your kids, something you're working on. Make sure not to lose sight of that. Don't drift away from that, like fulfilling your own wishes and focusing on your happiness and your comfort and your satisfaction, and suddenly think that the two of you are going to move forward and start working on this connection, because again, we don't know for certain what's happened with that other connection at this point. So just be mindful of your pentacle resources, your time, your love, your money. Don't allow this person to be a full distraction. So you have the 7 of Wands, you have the Queen of Swords, and you have the Sun card to the Ace of Wands. Exactly what I was going to say to you. Because their person's other person came up here as the King or Queen of Wands. I don't read body parts. So just have your defenses up until you're a little bit more enlightened and you get the truth about what's happened with this other Queen of Swords. They don't have to be an air sign, but until you get the absolute truth, just be mindful how you proceed. I'm not telling you to break up with this person. Obviously, you're involved in the third party, but try to keep it surface level, friend level, taking care of, you can team or collaborate if that's what you choose to do, but I wouldn't rush into a new beginning with them until you have full clarity on really what's happened with that other connection. And as of right now, all we know is an argument that they just had or they're having in the week to come, and they're turning to you for supply. Just keep that in mind. Okay, I think that was all your messages, and I also believe you have the longest reading of the week, so I apologize. I try to keep these at the 10-minute mark, but for some reason, I draw a lot of messages for the Scorpio as well as the Sagittarius collective. So if you're a cusper, maybe you want to take a look at Scorpio as well. That is what I have for you, Sagittarius, for the week ahead. If you like those messages, they resonated with you, you want to claim all or part of them, please be sure to click like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hype the video if you're able to do that. Good luck with whatever it is that you're working on, and be mindful of your pentacle resources when it comes to this person, regardless of who they are. With all of that said, I am sending you light, love, and peace.